is 94.3 FM.
Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till we
This is 94.3 FM. This is 94.3 FM. This is 94.3 FM.
This is Focus 94.3.
So taxi driver new winner 8,000 Ghana cedis. What who okay mwechia? How do they say it? What who okay? Chako si passenger na area. And then you still decide to bring back all the 8,000 Ghana cedis. And at the end of the day, he was actually rewarded 2,000 Ghana cedis, I think. And one carry a day. My producer is telling me it was 20,000 Ghana cedis. The person found 20,000 Ghana cedis. No, let me understand. The person found 20,000, 8,000, returned it, and they gave him 20,000
plus many other.
What a wow. Good evening and welcome to Focus 94.3 FM. Of course, this is your favorite show, the Counsellors Corner. We are here on this and every Thursday. Last Thursday we told you that we will be here, and of course we honored our promise. So we have actually talked about so many things since the term or the semester actually started. From way back from January to today's what? Today is May, and it is wonderful. We've spoken to you through your heart, through your finances, through your examination, everything, and then today, I'm not sure we are rewinding it, or I'm not sure we are bringing it to a climax. Maybe you have more about a week or two before exams, and so we might be here for you. But today, as I was coming, in fact, every day I have a different topic for you, and so I have today's topic also ready for us. But before then, a big shout out to Rosa. Yes, Rosa is listening to me right now. A big shout out to Rosa. Rosa is actually not here in KNUST. She is from Winneba. And Rosa, yes, I'm here. I believe that you are listening. Just open it wide, okay? Sure, my name remains Gila Official, and I have my producer with me here, Stephen and Cancer. Today we are going to make the show very hot. Of course, I have my panelists ready for me. Today I'll be introducing my panelists. In fact, I could go on but still, when you're 8,000, okay, man. And I say, you found that 8,000 on the floor. Would you return it, or would you look for the person or Jan or floor? No, so now I don't know why one should do that. Hey, Africa, hey, Anna, you are before her. In fact, this guy needs an applause. Sure, so that applause goes for my guy. In fact, applause. 2 times applause, not be easy, Charlie. Why dear? Of course, I'm here again. Today I have to introduce you, and whoa. So, those of you who can join me on Facebook too, please quickly join me on Facebook on Focus 94.3 FM. You'll see me, you'll see my favorite guests too. In fact, they are so wonderful people here. So from my right, I have William Suman. William Suman is a former KNUST counselor and business consultant. So I saw this kind of come on. Yes. I also have with me here Miriam Ibrahim, also KNUST PA counselor. Maybe I have a question for you. Kaka Velo Kunube. Kaka Mabodi ni. Yes, sure. In fact, my idea. Kaka is also KNUST PA counselor, and of course, I have been joined by Araba. Araba was also here last week, and so today we have 4 panelists going to do the diving. In fact, the topic remains dealing with depression and social anxiety among students. Dealing with depression and social anxiety among students. Tana members, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Have you been depressed before? Has any one of you been depressed before? Before then, Mariam, people say you are controversial. Talk to us. Why? Yes, people. I am literally. Yes, I am not saying it.
I just think you are saying I'm controversial.
Okay, yeah. So take it as I am speaking for the people. In fact, when I come here, I speak for the people. I don't speak for myself. So why are you controversial? Why do they say you are controversial? Excuse my French.
I just think most people see black and white. Just very few of us see all the 50 shades. So
50 Shades of Black.
yeah, in between. So those people who see black and white, is very difficult for them to see the different perspective we can see. Mostly we are just trying to point out to you that there is another perspective aside yours, and this world does not really revolve around right and wrong.
Okay.
It's just difference in perception.
But people say you like fighting.
Yes, I'm very violent.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Very. Thank you.
Well, so let's all dive in today's conversation. Maria Matias, yes, or a very the violent type, and so and then you didn't talk best start and let's say well, it's good. Your mic is off into your makeup, your answer. So let's dive into the questions that I have for you today. We intend to discuss about depression, the causes of depression, the effects of depression, and as well as anxiety among students and all that. Now, let me understand. Let my listeners, the one busily listening to me right now, let the person understand what we mean by anxiety. Anybody can answer the question. Answer hand your body. I say, "Ubia beans." Yan to my house. Your class. I should be not going to who see. Then what two question one. But here is everybody's question. So, what do we mean by anxiety?
So I'll take the question. So when we say social anxiety,
Okay.
it's basically the fear of being in public, having any social activity. If it scares you, then you might experience social anxiety. And it's very important to know that it's different from shyness. It's not like you are shy. Everyone is shy at some point in time. But
Okay.
when you have an extreme fear of going out or having any public activity, then you might be experiencing what we call social anxiety.
Social anxiety. Wow. Which means I may be one.
Probably just today.
Is it is it something like someone might be in the shoes of anxiety, but the person may not know?
I don't think there's a case like that. If you're afraid of doing something, you know you're afraid.
Yeah.
Is being afraid the same as anxiety?
Extreme fear is the word. The key word here is extreme.
Extreme fear.
Yes, please.
Wow. Okay. Well, you want to come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also want to add that aside from the person being excessively anxious, the person is self-conscious.
From the heart of
So
KNUST.
the person is self-conscious of social
This
situations
is
that are wrong. Okay, so
94.3.
that's what I think you made a good point by saying that excessive fear.
Okay.
So the person has this fear, this persistent fear that people think people are judging them, okay, or people feel that they are either foolish or people are laughing at them. Okay, so and this persistent fear will continue on for so long that it affects any other thing that the person is doing. So it could be academics for students. For some of us, it could be it can affect the way we study.
Okay.
So it's actually very serious.
But what brings that anxiety?
I feel like it's mostly people's perceptions. Because somebody feels like, okay, so let's say you're going to present in front of like a group of people. Then maybe because you have this like thin voice, is people have this perception that people with thin voice, people like mock them, like the voice is so thin. So the person, maybe she can do it, but then all of a sudden she becomes anxious. Hey, what if they say this? What is mostly based on people's perception. So it's people that make people anxious.
People that make people anxious. So people's perception or their own perception that make themselves anxious.
Yeah.
Is their
People's perception.
like, okay, let's say I have a presentation tomorrow and I may one way or the other find it difficult, not because I've not done a presentation before, but I feel that I have not prepared enough for tomorrow's presentation. Is it a kind of fear or
You're not anxious. You feel you are not prepared for tomorrow's presentation.
and so I need someone to help me, or no?
That's not anxiety, at least.
Okay, I'm saying this because today someone called me that the person has a presentation tomorrow, and he feels that he should present it to me first for me to know whether he is okay, or it is okay for him to go ahead to present the same thing that he presented to me today. Is it a type of anxiousness, or is it a type of fear that the person is feeling right now?
I think from that angle, that person is trying to know his or her shortfalls to go from that. But when you talk of the anxiety, you are looking at how that person perceive the social gathering to be.
Okay.
It could be from the foundation, how the person interacted with others. Okay, sometimes looking at kids when they send them to school and their parents are withdrawing and coming back, they feel like I'm not safe being here. So that consistency of perceiving things to be like that place is not secured, have effects on that person's cognitive, and when that person goes up, that excessiveness develop that social anxiety. So anywhere that person go, it affects how the person interacts and relates to other people. So that person presenting to you, it's trying to more cover his or weakness. So we can't associate that one to be
so trying to cover your weakness and all that. Is it, can I say, is a form of maybe shyness, or maybe you are introvert?
You know, shyness has to do with that person don't have the will or the zeal to stand before other people. That's different. But here that person had the zeal, but it's fear of making mistake, or fear of people making comment that that person would have able to correct that one.
Well, that is a wonderful intro from my panel. In fact, today you have to hook up in your chair for group so now it's not here, because what we are about to bring to you, it is not easy. I shall see yes, I know that you have more of your comments, and if you want to send them in, just channel it via 0575 943 943. Channel all your comments to 0575 943 943. So we are here to talk about anxiety and depression. Now, you made me know about anxiety, and I mean social anxiety. Now, let's dive small into depression, and let's see the dichotomy between the two of them. So, what is depression? How would I know that I am depressed? Over to you.
Okay, so I'll start again. So
It
depression.
seems you don't know who is that. In fact, I will start pointing my
Yeah, you
Sure.
Depression.
This
So,
is
depression.
94.3 FM.
You can go ahead.
Alright, so when we speak of depression, it's withdrawing from activities you usually enjoyed, and it is okay to sometimes not feel like doing something.
Okay.
Just being lazy, that is not depression. And when you are experiencing a loss or you are in grief, it is okay not to act like everything is alright. So during grief or loss, it is okay to withdraw, but when this lasts for extremely long periods of time, then you are probably getting depressed. You are not being able to do the activities you usually do. It's interrupting with your normal life, then you are probably being depressed.
Wow, if these things are bothering you and is worrying your normal life, then you might be falling sick of depression. I actually have a story for us today. I believe after listening to the story, we will know what, I don't know. The same way, almost okay. You see, so Lucy was abused by her uncle since she turned 7 years. In fact, an abuse of rape, and in fact, the uncle used to sleep with the lady. That's Lucy. In fact, as low as 7 years. In fact, at that time, called a girl. So due to that, she is scared of men. Now Lucy is 30 and has completed her university education already. There's pressure from society and family to get married. She really wants to get married, but she's anxious and hates to mingle with men. Now Lucy is depressed as a result, but she is an introvert and prefers not to talk to anyone. How do we help Lucy overcome her depression? And what do we have also for her uncle. Now, you that are listening to me, I just want to repeat the story for you once again, and then you channel all your messages to 0575 943 943 0575 943 943. The story is actually touching my heart right now. So let me take it again. So Lucy was abused by her uncle since she turned 7 years. Due to that, she is scared of men. Now Lucy is 30 and has completed her university education already. There is pressure from society and family for Lucy to get married. She really wants to get married, but she is anxious and hates to mingle with men. Lucy is depressed as a result, but she is an introvert and prefers not to talk to anyone. How do we help Lucy to overcome her depression? And what do we also have for her uncle? So this is basically the question that we have for today. It's actually a hydring, a kamakoma. Can we see? I think I can feel. I don't know. To me, I can feel a bit of depression. I can feel a bit of anxiousness in the story. But to you and to the one listening to me, you can channel in all your messages, all your comments over Lucy's story on 0575 943 943. But to you, my panel, what do you think of the uncle first? To you, Araba, what do you think of the panel first? Of the uncle first. What do you think of the uncle? Uncle, no.
What do I think of him? I don't think he's human.
You don't think the uncle is human? I'll be your uncle, yeah.
Problem or something. So I think they should see a psychotherapist or something. It's like a 7-year-old child, and
in fact, from 7 years to 30 years, and so and so if that's 7 years, she wasn't feeling it, or he wasn't feeling it, at least it grew out to 20, 25, 30. In fact, she's now 30.
It's still happening.
It's actually still happening. Because the lady can't speak it out. Because if she had spoken it out right now, it may not be happening anymore, right? Because who's speaking it out, you will find solutions to those problems. And so right now, it's still happening. Kaka, what do you think of the uncle?
I think that the uncle has a serious problem. It could be that there's this thing that we always derive a sort of satisfaction from whatever we do. So that's why someone will persistently watch pornography. And it's because the person will tell, oh, today I've stopped. Tomorrow the person will do it. Because there is always something the person will derive from it. So the uncle being abusing her, sexual abusing from 7 years to 30 years, it's evident that he's actually enjoying something from it. He actually gets something from it. Okay, some form of satisfaction. It could be sexual. It could be the fact that he has that kind of dominance over her, or any other thing that satisfies the uncle, and that's why it has fueled that passion to go on for a long time. It could be other issues. It could be from his friends. It could be that he's addicted to something. It could be that he's addicted to pornography.
Why would you?
He's addicted to so many other things. Yeah, I think that.
Let me come in with a little violence. Miriam, what do you think?
I don't really feel violent, but I just think he knows what he's doing is wrong.
Because from 7 to 30 years is like 23 years.
But it gets to a stage where he might feel it's not wrong because she's accepting it and she's not speaking out. I mean, from 7 to say age 18, that will be defilement. But outside that, then that will be considered rape.
But the fact that she's not speaking out doesn't mean she's accepting.
Yes,
sometimes
it's a form of acceptance.
Sometimes you keeping quiet may be a form of acceptance, or a form of, because almost say the silence means consent. But sometimes this thing actually started 7 years, when the lady was 7 years, which means she didn't have control, and then she at some point might have think it's normal. From 7 to maybe 13, 14, 15. By the time you realize, well, you see what I feel, see, you don't see anything as a, we want to say wrong, but you don't know how to get it out.
And have you ever gotten fed up of something that you're just like, okay, I'm tired, I'm not talking about it again?
No.
It happens.
It
like,
doesn't happen to me.
I'm tired, I'm
That
talking about
doesn't happen to me. I always talk about it. In fact, I have an issue to solve after this program. I always talk about things.
Well,
I think
yes. Let me see. Let me see. Suman, let me see your mind. Let me hear your mind.
Setting of this case. It could be that where the person is abusing that lady or that girl, there's no form of support that if the lady complains, anyone would address it.
Okay.
If it happens that that person in an urban place, definitely people who can pick that case up. But let's take the setting to the remote area. Who is coming to the aid of that lady? And how does the uncle conscientize the girl? If you speak to anybody, what's going to happen to you? So putting that fear in that child to a certain stage, it's so difficult to open up unless that person has someone who she trusts that you can also open up to that person. But if that person also open up and jeopardize the whole case, where is the person also going to be? Well, I had similar example when I was in senior high school. I used to have some female friend that her uncle was trying to abuse her sexually. Even though that lady was around 17, 16 years. But anytime that she made an attempt, she also threatened that if you make any attempt, this is going to happen.
Okay.
But what happened if that lady had no knowledge about his rights or how to handle cases? What is going to happen? This is the similar case that we are sharing. So be prudent that irrespective of how the thing is going to be, at least get some few people that you can trust, can share some things with, and also that person or those people can help you overcome that one. By looking at the story, it makes the topic and the discussion so clear. That lady was first being anxious to open up to people. That fear has been instilled in her, and consistency has developed that depression because pressure keeps on coming.
Exactly.
Go and marry. But that person is anxious. If I go and marry, it's the same abuse that my uncle did. It's going to be the same thing happening to me. So at least how the distinction to the story at what anxiety means and how depression also means. So the foundation of anxiety that leads to the depression. So we can take the anxiety to be the short-term goals and the long-term goals have to be the depression. So go hand in hand in that regard.
Now, right now, per the question, Lucy can't voice out, and so right now, wafa anxiety nim to the extent of depression has come. Now, how can we help Lucy? This is a very delicate issue, and just as you said, it might happen to anybody here on campus or even anyone listening to me now, or a friend to anyone listening to me now. And so let's find the solution to it. Now, Lucy can't voice out because probably her rights were shattered at 7 years. And when something like this happened to my child, I can understand in some way because 7 years near the year I didn't be and so we don't know how to say it. Now, as we being the peers of Lucy, how do we help Lucy?
Okay, so I think since we found out one interest, that is reading books.
Okay.
So, and people talk to those they trust. If they don't trust you, if they feel comfortable around you, they talk to you. So I feel like here lies the case where she doesn't want to open up to anybody. So you could get close to her by maybe, since she loves books, she would love to talk about books all the time. So you could use that as an avenue to get.
And I'll bet you a book, man.
Oh no! You know she loves reading by her. So she should recommend the book for you.
Exactly.
She recommends it. She's like, okay, so I read the book, and you guys get talking. After a while, she gradually, it will not be fast as you expect, but then gradually she has realized there's someone I share a similar interest with. She will open up like freely. It will not be fast as you expect, but then she will.
But if it's not, or you say our 30, when are we? Which time are we waiting again?
Yeah,
marriage is not a rush. The society who has made marriage that by 30 you should get married.
So right now the society and the family is expecting her to marry.
So first of all, we'll clear that misconception in your head that it's not compulsory to get married when you're 30 years.
Or get married at all.
Thank you.
It's not compulsory to get married at all.
Is it?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and some say but It is true. It's not compulsory to get married at all. But you have to get married at least.
You don't.
Marriage is a
Get
good
married,
thing.
You don't have
For the
to.
Bible, marriage is a good thing. And so,
Yeah.
But here, like the case where lots of people are suffering. So just
no, the fact that we are not talking about marriage yet.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
And
Sure.
I like to add to that.
Okay.
Sometimes we just forget about responsibility when we talk about all of this. At 7, she doesn't know what is happening, but at 30, she has the resources and knowledge
Has
to
everything.
find out what is happening to her. And I feel like, in as much as we try to sympathize or empathize with people, we should know that they have responsibility for themselves, for their mental health and emotional health and everything about their well-being. So she has that responsibility to find out what is going on with her, and then if she wants help, she should seek it. Just like you cannot be in your room and a doctor will come to you and come and give you
it's
medicine.
not easy to seek help in this place.
It is not easy, but that is for you to fight it. Somehow you are responsible for your own emotions and for your own well-being. If you forget that it is your responsibility, then you start to blame or not take control of what is happening in your life.
Well,
She's 30,
you will
not
come
7.
there. I don't want to catch you. You will come there. You will actually come there. That is why we are here, because sometimes
can
people don't
understand.
know. In fact, what you are saying, we will come here, we will come there. But my producer has given me the prompt that we have also other sponsors also helping us. But then this is the conversation that we are having today. It's about depression and it's about anxiety. For you as a student and for you listening to me, if you have any comments, if you have any question, just channel it to 0575 943 943. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
For your nutritious, affordable, and tasty breakfast, lunch, or supper, I recommend Silver Lobster Catering Services to you. We pay great attention to international food safety practices. At Silver Lobster, we have the food hygiene permit from the Food and Drugs Authority to operate. So for your delicious and healthy jollof, fried rice, potato chips, spaghetti, banku and tilapia, kenke and wache, you know where to go. It's Silver Lobster Catering Services. We also cater for various occasions like weddings, naming ceremonies, general parties, funerals, and engagements. Visit our newest joint at In This Hall, Dining Hall, KNUST. Call us for enquiries and delivery on 0200 148 557 or 0202 029 057. Again on 0545 372 881.
Are you hungry or craving for a delicious brunch, lunch or supper? Looking for the place where you get the best and affordable yam chips with crispy gizzard, banku and tilapia, potato chips with gizzard to eat? Then the Tilapia Guy is the right place for you. We serve you with the best delicious meals at a cool and affordable price. Locate us in Kote, in front of Developer Hostel on the Flint Hostel Road, KNUST. The Tilapia Guy serves brunch, lunch and supper to all students, lecturers, families and friends in and around campus. We also take orders for general parties, funerals, birthdays, weddings and engagements. You can reach us on 0594 649 557 or 0244 774 213. You can also follow us on IG and all social media platforms at The Tilapia Guy. The Tilapia Guy, home of affordable banku and grill tilapia.
Bankuba.
So that was some quick commercial break from the Tilapia Guy and then Silver Lobster. We are back again on Focus 94.3 FM, and yes, you are listening to Counsellors Corner. We are still discussing about depression. We are still discussing about anxiety, and it will amaze you some if you know. In fact, it's good to be here. But if you have some messages for me in the form of questions, in the form of contributions, I used to say this and I'll say it again. Just bring it. We are here for you. So via 0575 943 943 0575 943 943. So still on the questions, my panel, and still on the story. You see, now Lucy has tend to accept that she needs to continue life without her uncle. That is why we've all known that this was what was happening to Lucy. Now, if I'm a lady in the shoes of Lucy now, and nobody's around, and I don't want to share to anybody, because sometimes it happens. I feel the right has been shattered. You don't know the next person that you will tell this to, him or her, and I don't know how this thing is going to go. In fact, we are in Ghana social media. Yes. And so, if you are Lucy, how do you start the process to get healed? Kaka.
Okay, so I would recommend first of all that Lucy sees a professional. Okay, so visits a counselor, a professional counselor.
Sure.
It could be a mental psychologist. Okay, so the reason being that she would tend to have trust issues, because she wouldn't want to share with someone, and at the end of the day it will be somewhere, as you rightly said, all over the place. So first of all, I would recommend that Lucy will visit a professional counselor, and then at best try to have a network of friends. Okay, so trying to have a network of friends, it will be able to help her to freely talk to friends,
other people.
So she will be getting comfort from these friends, and as for her to really be able to have a new perspective to life, I will advise. I mean, I'm a Christian, so I will advise that the things that she wouldn't want to engage herself in, that is spiritual activities or something. Being if she's a Muslim or anything, I research has shown that at least some of these things gives the person a new perspective to life.
Okay,
it helps the person to see that yes, there is more to living.
Okay,
it's not time to give up. Okay, so if Lucy can do this, I mean, with time and patience, because it's the step-by-step process. She cannot just get better
just
all of a sudden. It doesn't happen that way, and that is a problem people have. People want to get better all of a sudden. It doesn't work like
people
that.
People refuse to understand that you can't get better all of a sudden.
Exactly, it's a process.
Yes, so you must understand that you can't get better in just a twinkle of an eye. It took a process for you to be into this. In fact, for Lucy, it took 23 years, from 7 years to 30 years. And so, what do you think, say, the next day or the next week, or it can even take you up to a year before you can overcome it? So, Lucy, calm down, okay? You'll be fine. I believe you'll be fine. But there's this app, our phones on the internet, and then it's like, yeah, we have Jodel and we have other apps too, because right now Lucy can't voice it out. Can she just go and write something outside just like that, so that anybody else can maybe reply the person? You see, it is always good for you to go to a counselor, right? But the voice out Nankasa is being the problem right now. Do you get me? So is it right, sir, Lucy can throw Ninyama Ediato Ayana, Ediato Jodel Swana? Is it right?
So.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's right for her to do that. Especially looking at the kind of person she is. Like, the way her uncle treated her for a while and she accepted it. It looks like she's a gullible person. Like, she just, how do I put it? It's difficult for her to accept change. So, and then, as at this stage, she's depressed. So, a lot of ideas will get her confused. Because, you know, people sometimes give very silly ideas when you're like serious about something.
Okay.
So it will get her, so because everyone is bringing in the idea. Some will be like, do this, some will be like, do this. Everyone is talking, lots of voices. You don't even know who to listen to. It will increase her depression. So she shouldn't post it today. She should just talk to her.
Yo, so this is coming from Manasseh. Yes, Manasseh is here in KNUST, and she is saying that the man is wicked. We need to kill them. You can't just kill someone like that. In fact, do you think the man should be killed? The man should be sentenced into jail or something? And I Lucy said, "Okay, so Lucy on can once him," and so said, "Okay, on present." So, my question right now is, Lucy, intimate canto, it's not right. Pay your submissions. It's not right for Lucy to say it outside because it's something strong, something big. It will take a process, so she needs a process. Now, let's say Lucy is not saying it out, but we as counselors, we as friends of Lucy, how do we approach Lucy with this? Say, how do we help Lucy in this way as counselors or as friends of Lucy? I want to be right because a friend is a friend. A friend must be there for each other. But so give us the process. What should we pass through? The step-by-step process before we can actually help Lucy overcome this issue.
Okay, so as you're saying, that means a friend, that means the rapport is already there.
Exactly.
But if you're a counselor, that means possibly the rapport is not there. If identify that this girl, she used to be this way now,
okay, she's
this thing. So you have to, if you're a counselor, you have to establish the rapport with her. And they just don't have to go to her, hey, hello, I heard that your uncle has been getting you, now you want to get married, you can't get married, or how is it? Like, you have to find a nice way. Just bring up something. Like, just start talking about things and go slowly. Don't talk about the matter. Bit about the bush now. She herself now.
Okay.
She'll open up and then talk to you. You get it?
Okay.
So when she talks to you, then you make her understand. The first stage to counsel someone is to get the person to accept. If acceptance still hasn't come, your counsel will be in vain. Let the person accept that I am depressed. Yes, I need help.
Okay.
But if you realize the case where the person is depressed, the person is refusing to
accept that he or she is depressed.
And after you make her accept, you make her forgive herself and both her uncle.
Okay.
If you accept her, if she has accepted and then she's refusing to forgive, you can't move on from there. So after a counselor has made the person accept, he has to make the person forgive both themselves and the offender. You get it? So that you move from there. When you forgiving, things become easy. Though you have memories and all, it's normal to have memories, though you're forgiving the person. But then things become easier. But if you've not forgiven the person, that's when things are a little
okay.
And she should put herself first.
I like to come into that.
Sure.
I do not agree to forgiving the person. That is a personal choice of the victim.
Okay.
Now, we are taught that anger is a bad emotion and it's negative, and we should just do away with it. Once you hit someone, it is wrong, so you should do away with it. But it is not. It is our way of. It is the way our body tells us that there is something being done wrong to you, and you do not agree with this. So there are good ways in which she can seek vengeance by using the law. The criminal justice system is available if she wants closure. So she doesn't necessarily need to forgive him.
But if I forgive you, it doesn't mean that you won't face the consequences.
Forgiveness, she needs to forgive herself if she feels wrong. But to necessarily forgive the person, she can channel that forgiveness into something else.
Okay.
But it's an emotion, it's anger,
if
hatred for 23
you feel the
years.
uncle shouldn't be forgiven.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I'm just saying.
I'm forgiving her, such as.
No, the fact that I'm forgiving you doesn't mean that you face the consequences. Let's say you impregnated me, I forgive you.
What do you mean by impregnated me? I forgive you. How do you forgive somebody for impregnating? Did you not know?
So there was this question. This is just what it was. So there was this question. Okumuza said, he actually impregnated this lady, and Abusia focused. So at the end of the day, he went to plead for their forgiveness, and they forgave him. So is he still responsible for the pregnancy?
But the baby is still there. That's
for the pregnancy.
Yes.
I think now our focus is how can we help Lucy
just to overcome her depression?
So simple. We have to go through the cognitive restructuring.
Okay.
As friends, at least we can help in any activities that we will engage in with Lucy, so that the thinking of the experiences that she had would reduce gradually, and that person will overcome that depression that she is facing. Another thing that we can also do to help that person is to focus on positive things. Going visiting the story of what had happened keeps bringing you sadness. Okay, and it's so difficult for you to move ahead.
Exactly.
So if that person is able to think about the positive things of it, okay, that thing is gone. what lies ahead of me. What can I do with my life?
Okay.
How do we make best out of the opportunities I have?
Okay.
It's like you have 20 years to live on this earth, and you spent 10 years, live with 10 years. How do you deal with that 10 years? Are you going to be at the same place that you were last 10 years, or are you going to make some changes to better your life off?
Exactly.
So it has to be that you want to better your life off. At least do things that will make you progress in life. So what I'll tell you is that let's pretend now that nothing has happened, but what lies in front of us? How are we going to handle those?
Should she just pretend, or should
not pretend, but focus on
you should accept
side,
and just leave it, focus.
But in accepting it, don't let it happen to you again.
Exactly. That's what we're saying, that if Lucy is accepting that, oh, this has happened, at least it's a form of drawing people's attention that it's a reality that's happening. School can happen to you any point in time. So whilst you are there, at least just prepare and make sure that you are putting measures in place, so that you won't be a victim as Lucy has gone through. Like, we learn from people mistakes to build their lives. So if this has happened, why would I even wait for another thing to happen? But one other side of the coin is that what are we also doing to help those who are in the remote areas that such incidents can happen to them?
And I think if my education serves me right, it's very rampant there.
Exactly.
Just those people in the remote areas.
So
sometimes because of finance, and the person give. It's like that, and the scanner burn.
Because of that, the parents are aware, and the parents even consent, because this is the story of like a close friend of mine.
Okay.
And then the man used to sleep with her like almost every time. The man is not her relative, but then she used to work for the man, so the man used to sleep with her almost all the time. And then she was trying to tell her mother, but then the man told the mother that, oh, I'll take care of your child till. Okay. So the mother has it in mind that this man is harmless, and the girl didn't know who to talk to. And she came to tell me, and I was like, this one day I can't. So I referred her to a counselor, because the whole situation was something else.
If that's the case, Arab also drawing my attention to, there's a time for our parents also pay close attention to our
exactly.
children.
And they should learn to trust their children.
Exactly, because sometimes they can make some comments. You might think, oh, it's not harmful, but it could be the reality that that person is going through.
And it might even end up like the person wouldn't even come to
you again.
Yes, to share anything with you again. So our parents, please, our parents, we believe that you are here for us, and we are also here for you. So you are our first point of contact, because we came from you. You breaded us from since time inception. In fact, from day one to even Lucy's 7 years, and after 13 years, 15 years, and Lucy is not still talking to you, which means that not because Lucy is depressed only, or her right has been shattered only, but she still finds difficulties in maybe opening out to someone. And if you, the parent, is someone that she still find difficult, then there's something wrong at home.
Again, I also feel like if you make room for people to open up to you, it reduces the rate of depression.
Okay.
Because if my mom is someone I can talk to every time, like I know sometimes she'll talk plenty, but then she has made me know that, oh, no matter what, I'll just do some skepticism, but then like you can still come and talk to me.
Sure.
I don't think I'll get depressed, because if there's something wrong with me, maybe at the early stages I'll feel like, oh, mommy say about this, but if it is overwhelming, I know that at least if no one cares, mommy cares. So like I'll inform her, and then I can just get over it.
Yes, and my next question, I think I'm believing that depression is more prevalent in women than men.
That's false.
That's false?
Yeah. Men
actually, that's true.
There's a perception that a guy, you have to be bemansu. Yes. And that perception is killing a lot of men inside. Very, very. A lot of men are going through things. Like, they are really going through things. The pressure on them is so high. Best. But then he likes the cake. But girls, we are so dramatic. And men are egoistic. Women are emotional. Do you get it? Women act based on emotion, so they'll let you know they are depressed. Men are egoistic, and men are men who are depressed. They won't show it. Most of them it's killing them deep within.
And you're not in a money won't tell me.
Yeah, most men are committing suicide.
I bet to differ what Arva is saying that you know how men made up is different from women. Most
physically, yes.
Most women are very sensitive, but when it comes to guys, we take things to be normal.
No,
how that person responds to certain things. What tells you that person what?
Guys are emotional. You guys are just.
Guys are not emotional. They are.
It tells you that
guys are emotional. Guys are not emotional. Guys are this. Guys are not that. In fact, you are a guy listening to me, or you are a lady listening to me, and you know that you have been in a relationship, you have been in a friendship zone with this person, but then be a little bit depressed, and so or something. Just tell us, or just know that it is not only ladies, it is also guys. In fact, it's also guys also fall victim when it comes to certain things like this. Yes, you are still listening to Focus 94.3 FM. We will be wrapping up very soon after this commercial break. Stay tuned.
For your nutritious, affordable, and tasty breakfast, lunch, or supper, I recommend Silver Lobster Catering Services to you. We pay great attention to international food safety practices. At Silver Lobster, we have the food hygiene permit from the Food and Drugs Authority to operate. So for your delicious and healthy jollof, fried rice, potato chips, spaghetti, banku and tilapia, kenke and wache, you know where to go. It's Silver Lobster Catering Services. We also cater for various occasions like weddings, naming ceremonies, general parties, funerals, and engagement. This is our newest joint at Indus Hall, Dining Hall, KNUST. Call us for enquiries and delivery on 0200-148-557 or 0202-029-057. Again on 0545-372-881.
Are you hungry or craving for a delicious brunch, lunch or supper? Looking for the place where you get the best and affordable yam chips with crispy gizzard, banku and tilapia, potato chips with gizzard to eat? Then the Tilapia Guy is the right place for you. We serve you with the best delicious meals at a cool and affordable price. Locate us in Kote in front of Developer Hostel on the Flint Hostel Road, KNUST. The Tilapia Guy serves brunch, lunch and supper to all students, lecturers, families and friends in and around campus. We also take orders for general parties, funerals, birthdays, weddings and engagements. You can reach us on 0594-649-557 or 0244-774-213. You can also follow us on IG and all social media platforms at The Tilapia Guy. The Tilapia Guy, home of affordable banku and grill tilapia.
Well, so that was a quick commercial break from the Tilapia Guy and of course from Silver Lobster. We are still here and then we are just about wrapping up. Today we came on your way with dealing with depression and social anxiety among students. We talked about Lucy with her uncle getting her more into troubles, and Lucy is now turning 30, or she's even as 30 and doesn't know her left from right, doesn't know the next level. But my panel was able to help me do reason with Lucy and any other person who is suffering from a form of anxiety or depression. Before we go, yes, of course, the news at 8 people are in the studios already, but then your last words and a big shout out to the people that you told them that you're coming here. So from my right.
Okay, so my last word is mental health issue, it's more worrisome. So at least every person should take care of mental health. Anything that will trigger us and to affect your well-being, just make sure that you handle it as soon as possible. Yeah.
Okay.
So shout goes to Elizabeth Fua. She also helped in discussion just before coming to studio.
All right.
So I will still stress on responsibility. You are responsible for your well-being, and you should know that just as you go to the hospital when you are sick, you should see a psychologist or a clinical
therapist.
Yes,
and all that.
in it to get your emotional and psychological health in check.
Okay.
I think we
no shout outs from Miriam.
Oh yeah, I don't really have a particular person to say shout out to, so shout out to everyone.
Violence. Yes, Kaka, let us hear you.
It's high time we agree that depression is on the high rise, especially among teens.
Okay.
So we need to really take care of ourselves. We need to know that we need to assure ourselves that it's treatable. Okay, it's very common. It's treatable. It doesn't matter who you are; it will affect you. But just know that you'll be fine, and you have a new perspective to life. So I want to shout out to Eunice Amponsa. She actually helped me a lot.
The girls are helping.
Girls are really helping. I also depression and so.
I also want to say shout out to all KPC members.
Okay.
They are really my caring friends. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Not all of them. Some of them
last one.
Okay. So as you said, depression is on the rise.
Okay.
And then most of the times it's people who cause you to get depressed. So we should be careful how we talk to people. We should learn to filter our words. The youth of today, they speak without filters. Not to me, because me if you
speak without filters.
Yes, me if you speak to me like that, I'm sorry, I'll beat you.
Yes.
She can't. It's against school rules.
So they should learn to mind how they talk to people. And then we should look for signs. If you see that your friend is not getting too well, get close to know what is wrong. Thank you.
Well, any shout outs?
Shout out to Radinyanko Point.
Well, so that was Araba. In fact, that was William Asuman Kaka, the local Nibe, and then Miriam Ibrahim as my guest, the panelists for today's program. Of course, my producer remains Stephen and Cancer the whole of the year. In fact, the best producer here in Focus FM. And to you, the one listening to me, in fact, a big shout out to you. So thank you for your time. My name is Gala Official. We shall meet at the same time on Thursday. Bye bye.